So when you think about the future of any market transition, usually people get too excited about it too early, i.e. blockchain or cyber currency, etc., and that it ends up taking much longer to develop and never perhaps gets close to what people thought could be done. I think there are two elements that are going to be the exception to that. The one is artificial intelligence, and the other, candidly, is the importance of security, and voice is the primary interface. And so while there'll be starts and stops in terms of what each company experiences or we as consumer experiences, these are trends that are going to move with tremendous speed. And it's one that I think if Pindrop executes right, and I clearly believe that they will, they can lead in the industry. So I've learned what happens when you miss market transitions, and I've had the good fortune of being with IBM, a great company, mainframes, then Wang, great company, mini computers, then PC and the internet with Cisco, now with digitization. But my strengths are getting market transitions right, and to be able to connect the dots to understand the outcome and focused on the outcome, not the products. We have to deal with startups in a way we've never done before. Each of you have a different set of competitors than you ever did before. And the way that you interface to customers is going to be so much different. And you can't compete just on price, because that means that's a bottomless barrel. You've got to compete on that customer experience, and how you use technology to make that easy to use becomes so key. So when you really think about what is the primary driver for voice as we go forward as the primary interface, the easiest one is it's easy. And that's rule 101 on technology. Make it simple so that all of us can use it easy. But it goes back to, it has the advantage of being able to address the security issue, the authentication issue, the ease of use type of issue, and in a way that others have not been able to do it. So that's why I'm so optimistic about the future of voice.
I work for a company that is heavy into voice communication in the enterprise. It's my belief that we're only starting to scratch the surface of how voice is actually utilized in the enterprise today. We use it for critical communication, but not for the purposes of productivity, the way it can be unlocked with AI technology, analytical technology, and over-the-top use cases.
So if you think about market transitions, right, people often say, all right, John, what do you look for in the market transitions? First, from the business technology side, I think you get what I'm doing. But on the technology side, it's very simple. It's all around digitization, Internet of Things. It's all around AI and automation everywhere. It's a combining of the physical and virtual worlds at a tremendous speed. It's computing moving to the edge. It's the interface to the systems. Now remember, I was the person that said voice would be free and it's irrelevant. Well, voice is the primary interface for the future, and that is a huge change, and that's why you always want to listen and learn in terms of the direction.
I'm a bit conservative, when it comes to jumping on new technology. When it comes to, voice, I'm not an early adopter at all. But I think as more companies emerge that show that there's a lot of innovation in the security of it, then maybe it'll sort of, give me a little bit of relief, Again, maybe that's why I'm excited about Pindrop, to be honest, because, it's interesting to see that some people are already thinking ahead of that, and thinking, okay, well, you need authentication and you need security and all that. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess there's hope.
In the next 5 to 7 years, there will probably be a massive transition, as what John said. And I think what you're going to start seeing is voice being a primary interface for your daily life.
So if you look at very simply why Pindrop, it's VJ. It is a market transition occurring with artificial intelligence, with tremendous speed, with security being the overlapping area, with voice being the primary interface in terms of direction, and it's going to change every business model, but especially the customer experience model. If you look also in terms of their ability to be one and two in their industry, I think they do, and I can use the word dominate now. I couldn't do that either at IBM from very early training many years ago or at Cisco, but I can use it with startups. I look for startups that can dominate their industry. I think Pindrop has a chance to be the leader in this segment of the industry. You've got a world-class CEO in VJ. You've got a team that I think can emerge and bring together being driven by your customers in a way that others do not. And when I've talked to your customers, they love you. So why did I invest in Pindrop? Why am I on the board of Pindrop? The VCs that I'm closest to told me I should be here. The customers told me, but it also is your CEO.